In just the last week, 2 of our clients discovered fake websites posing as theirs. If it can happen to them, it could happen to you. In this timely episode of the Trivera Deep Dive, Chip and I will uncover the real dangers to your brand that these scams present, how to spot them, what you need to do to get them taken down, and why protecting your online reputation is more critical than ever.
Welcome to Trivera's AI Deep Dive podcast, hosted by Chip and Nova, our AI co-hosts. Together, they transform top marketing insights from our blogs, articles, and events into actionable strategies you can use. Ready to dive in? Let's get started.
Welcome to this special episode of the Trivera Deep Dive podcast. I'm Chip.
And I'm Nova.
Today, we're unpacking a digital threat that's growing incredibly fast. Something that can really hit your brand and, importantly, your customers where it hurts most.
Absolutely. Our deep dive today, Chip, it draws from a really insightful source. It's a recent blog post by our founder, Tom Snyder, over on Trivera.com.
Right.
The title is, When Your Website Isn't Really Your Website. And honestly, it lays out a critical challenge a lot of businesses are facing, sometimes without even knowing it.
Okay, so let's maybe start with something relatable. A scenario many of us have probably seen, unfortunately. Think about that fake social media profile scam.
Oh, yeah. We've all seen it, haven't we? Someone you know, suddenly there's a duplicate profile.
Exactly. A scammer just copies your friend's entire profile name, photo, maybe even steals a few recent posts.
Oh, and then, boom, they start sending out friend requests to all the mutual connections. People who already know the real person.
And some people accept, right? They don't look too closely.
Happens all the time. And almost immediately, the private messages start. Hey, can you help me out? Or asking for personal info, maybe money for some made-up crisis. It plays on that existing trust.
Totally. And then the real person finds out, posts something like, I've been hacked, even though technically their account wasn't breached, just copied.
Right. It wasn't a hack in the traditional sense.
And then it's just chaos, right? Comments everywhere, sometimes even other scammers jumping in, offering to help fix it, which just adds to the confusion. It's a real digital headache.
Yeah, it really is. But, the silver lining there, as Tom's blog points out, is that reporting a fake profile on Facebook or Instagram, it's usually pretty straightforward.
Relatively easy.
Most platforms have decent systems. You report it, they verify, and boom, usually the fake account gets taken down fairly quickly. It's annoying, but it's generally solvable.
Okay, that's the key point. Solvable. Now, Tom asks us to imagine that exact same scam, that same intent, but instead of a social media profile, it's your entire website. Yeah. Imagine a pixel-perfect clone. Everything looks the same, feels the same. But it's designed specifically to hijack your brand, steal your customers' data, maybe divert payments.
That's the core of what we're exploring today, Chip. Website cloning. And it's a much bigger beast.
And Tom's analysis really drives home that this isn't some fringe issue. This threat is escalating fast.
We're seeing it firsthand, aren't we?
We really are. Just in the last week alone here at Trivera, we had 2 clients report their sites were cloned. 2. In 1 week.
Wow.
It's a stark reminder. This isn't hypothetical. It's happening right now.
And that personal experience, those 2 clients, that's unfortunately backed up by much bigger data points Tom highlights. Get this. In 2023 alone, over 963,000 unique phishing sites were detected globally.
900,000. That's staggering.
It is, and a huge chunk of those were specifically designed to mimic legitimate brands, just like we're talking about, siphoning off trust, traffic, customer data.
And the trend line is alarming, too. Tom points out that overall phishing and scam activity, it surged something like 94% since just 2020.
94%. Think about that. And another stat he mentioned, in just one recent month, researchers found 2.2 million fraudulent sites specifically targeting legitimate businesses.
2.2 million in a month.
Yeah, it's not just a surge, Chip. It feels more like a digital tsunami of this stuff.
And what's really concerning now is the sophistication level. We're not talking about those old sloppy knockoffs with typos everywhere that were easy to spot.
Not anymore. As Tom details in the blog, today's scammers have access to really advanced tools. We're talking AI-powered scraping tools.
AI-powered. So what does that mean exactly?
It means they can capture your entire site, not just text and images, every page, every form, every interactive feature. These tools can even parse JavaScript, replicate complex forms, sometimes mimic back-end interactions.
So it's not just a static copy. It behaves like the real site.
Exactly. And the result? A pixel-perfect duplicate, often hosted on a domain that looks almost identical to yours. Maybe one letter off, maybe a different ending, like .co instead of .com.
And they can spin these up. How quickly?
Tom says minutes. Mere minutes. These tools have made sophisticated cloning almost trivial, accessible to even low-skill scammers. That's likely why the volume is just exploding.
So like Tom points out, if we at Trivera are seeing it twice in 1 week with our clients, the odds are it's either already happening to you listening right now, or it could easily happen soon.
This is website cloning, sometimes called website hijacking, and it's way more than just an annoyance, Chip. It's a serious threat to your reputation.
And for the average visitor, that fake site looks and feels completely real. It might even show up in Google search results for your brand name,
Making it incredibly hard to tell the difference. The only real difference is the malicious code the scammer has secretly added.
What kind of code are we talking about?
Usually it's stuff designed to steal information. Maybe it intercepts login details when someone tries to sign in, or it could redirect payments to the scammer's account. Sometimes it even pushes malware, like keyloggers or ransomware, onto the visitor's computer.
Wow. Okay, so the risks here are huge. For the business itself,
Yeah.
what are we looking at?
Well, first and foremost, a massive loss of trust. If your customers get scammed on a site they think is yours, your brand integrity takes a direct hit.
Right, and then there's potential SEO damage.
Absolutely. If search engines get confused and start indexing the fake site as the real one, your actual website could plummet in the ranking.
That's bad news. And legal headaches.
Definitely possible. If customer data is stolen via the clone site and it gets traced back, even indirectly, to what looks like your site, you could face compliance issues, lawsuits, hefty fines, even if you weren't technically breached yourself.
Okay, so that's the business side. What about the poor customers who land on these fake sites?
The dangers for them are really immediate, Chip. They could have sensitive personal info, stolen names, addresses, maybe credit card numbers.
Financial data? Yeah.
Or they could unknowingly download malware, ransomware that locks up their files, keyloggers stealing passwords, and of course they might pay for products or services on the fake site.
That never arrive.
Exactly. Fake transactions, real money lost.
So, as Tom really stresses in the blog, once this happens, your business's reputation, something you've worked hard to build, is seriously on the line.
It takes years to build trust, Chip, and literally moments for something like this to shatter it.
Okay, so we established earlier that taking down a fake Facebook profile is, relatively speaking, kind of easy.
Right. Annoying, but usually manageable.
But taking down a cloned website,
Totally different story. Way, way harder. And Tom's blog explains why this is such a challenge.
what makes it so difficult?
Well, several things. First off, these scammers are really great at hiding their real identity. They use privacy-protected domain registrations, making it almost impossible to find out who actually owns the fake site.
So you can't just find the owner and send a cease and desist.
Not easily, no. Then, they often host these fake sites on servers in other countries, deliberately choosing places with lax regulations or where legal action is slow and complicated.
International hurdles. Got it.
Plus, they don't just launch the site and wait. They use SEO tricks, sometimes black hat techniques, to try and get the fake site indexed quickly by Google and Bing.
So it shows up in searches, looking legitimate.
Exactly. And because the site looks identical, your average customer, maybe even some of your own staff, might not be able to tell which is real and which is fake. It's like perfect camouflage.
Wow, okay. So it's hard to spot, even harder to stop.
Right.
Which, as Tom's blog points out, leads to a really critical, maybe slightly unsettling question for everyone listening.
Yeah, the big question is, could a clone of your website already be out there right now without you even knowing it?
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about how you can check and what to do if you find something suspicious. Stick with us on the Deep Dive.
Hi, I'm Webster, Trivera's AI assistant, here to help your business thrive in the ever-evolving digital marketing landscape. Since 1996, Trivera has delivered digital marketing that drives measurable results, partnering with southeastern Wisconsin's strongest brands, blending creativity, technology, and strategy to help them grow. Now, we're leading the charge with powerful new AI solutions, branded podcast production, fully trained chatbots, predictive analytics, automated content generation, and optimization tools that become your digital dream team, engaging audiences, capturing leads, optimizing campaigns, and delivering 24/7 support. From SEO-optimized websites and ROI-focused campaigns to custom AI tools built for real business impact, Trivera is the partner you can trust to help you own what's next. Visit Trivera.com today to make the rest of 2025 your smartest, most successful yet. Trivera, where 3 decades of expertise meet AI innovation to deliver digital marketing that converts.
Welcome back to Trivera's AI Deep Dive. Now back to our conversation with Chip and Nova.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Before the break, Nova, you left us with a pretty chilling question. Could a cloned version of your website already be operating in the shadows?
It's definitely a real possibility, Chip, and something businesses need to be aware of. But the good news is, Tom's blog doesn't just raise the alarm, it also provides some practical, actionable steps you can take to check for yourself.
Okay, great. What should people listening do?
First off, regular searching. You need to actively search for your own brand name or your exact website name in Google, in Bing, the major search engines.
And look closely at the results.
Very closely. Scrutinize those domain names. Are there any that look almost like yours but aren't? Maybe a typo, maybe a weird ending? Those are red flags.
Okay, so searching your brand name. What else?
Try searching for a unique phrase from your site. Pick a specific sentence from your About Us page, or maybe a unique product description, or a line from a blog post. Put that exact phrase in quotes in the search bar.
Ah, looking for exact matches on other domains.
Exactly. See if that specific text pops up anywhere it shouldn't. And another tip from Tom, check image search. Search for your company logo or maybe some really distinctive product photos you use.
See if they appear on unfamiliar websites. Makes sense.
See if those visuals are being used on a domain you don't recognize. These steps can help you potentially spot a clone early.
Okay, but here's the really important part Tom emphasizes, right? What if you do find a suspicious match?
This is critical, Chip. Tom warns very clearly, if you find a site you suspect is a clone, do not try to engage with the scammer directly. Don't send them angry emails. Don't click around excessively on the fake site.
Why not? What's the risk?
You could alert them that you're onto them, causing them to change tactics or move the site. You might inadvertently give them information or even expose yourself to malware on the fake site. And trying to handle the takedown yourself, it rarely works and can even backfire.
Right. He stresses it requires precision, sometimes legal backing, and a very specific technical strategy.
Absolutely. It's not a DIY project.
And that is precisely where we at Trivera come in. Tom talks about this in the blog, the kind of coordinated, persistent effort that's needed.
He does. He gives that example of the client who came to us just last week, right? They found a fake copy of their site.
Yeah, and our team had to spring into action immediately.
Exactly. And the process Tom outlines, the one we follow at Trivera, it's multi-layered. It starts with meticulously tracing that fake domain. Where was it registered? Who is the hosting provider?
Even through the privacy shields and international layers.
Yeah.
Yes, we have tools and techniques for that. It takes work, but we dig deep to find the registrar and the host. Then we take the proper action, legal notices, abuse reports, leveraging our relationships with both the registrar and the hosting provider to get that site shut down.
So it's not just about getting the site offline.
No, that's just step one. Crucially, we also work to remove the fake site's pages from search engine results. Google, Bing. We use the appropriate tools and processes to de-index them so people can't find them via search anymore.
Okay, that's huge. What else?
We also report the fraudulent domain to global phishing and fraud databases. These are the lists used by web browsers like Chrome and Firefox and by security software to warn users if they try to visit a known malicious site.
So people get that big red warning screen.
Exactly. It adds another layer of protection. And finally, it's not a one-and-done thing. We continuously monitor the status of the fake site, tracking its digital footprint until we're certain every trace is completely erased.
It's a really comprehensive approach.
It has to be.
And Tom points out, for that client last week, it worked. The fake site was taken down, de-indexed, neutralized.
It takes persistence, but yes, this methodical approach is effective. So, as Tom says in the blog, if you discover your site has been cloned, Trivera can absolutely take point on that whole takedown process for you.
We handle everything from the investigation and tracing, through the legal notices, the technical takedowns with hosts and registrars, getting it out of search engines, reporting it to block lists. The whole 9 yards.
Right. We manage the entire complex process so you don't have to.
And Nova, there's another key benefit Tom mentions for businesses who are already Trivera clients, right? Something proactive.
Yes, this is really important. For our existing clients, we can actually set up proactive monitoring. We use some, let's call them top secret techniques designed specifically not to be detected by these scraping tools.
I've heard.
These monitors essentially keep an eye out online, and they'll alert us the moment a suspected fake copy of your site appears anywhere.
So we can jump on it immediately, often before the client even knows, or before any real damage is done.
Exactly. It allows us to be one step ahead, initiate that takedown process right away. It's a huge advantage in mitigating the risk.
So Nova, what if our listener is feeling uneasy after hearing these stories and wondering if someone may be copying their website or stealing their brand assets to pose as their business?
For them, there's some good news. If you, our listener, are feeling like the task is too tough, we'll do it for you. For free. Trivera is now offering Deep Dive listeners a complimentary audit. So if you suspect or even just wonder someone might be copying your website or brand assets, just ask and we'll dig in.
Yes, and when we say dig in, we mean it. We use that same thorough process we talked about earlier, tracking down impersonators, searching for stolen content, all of it.
And if something does turn up, you can hire Trivera to handle the whole takedown process, just like we've done for clients before. Plus, for anyone who wants some extra peace of mind, there's ongoing monitoring, meaning if someone tries to copy your site again, we're on it right away before it can hurt your reputation or your customers.
That's fantastic. So it really comes down to what Tom concludes with in his post, doesn't it?
It really does. He says it perfectly. Your website is the heart of your brand. It's your digital front door, your main connection to customers.
You have to protect it. Shutting down these fakes isn't just, good practice.
It's essential, as Tom puts it. Your reputation is depending on you.
Powerful stuff. No, this has been incredibly insightful. I really hope this deep dive has armed everyone listening with the information they need to understand this threat and, crucially, how to combat it.
Me too, Chip. It's a serious issue, but knowledge is power.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us on this really vital deep dive into website cloning.
Yeah.
It is a significant threat out there, but remember, with the right knowledge and, if needed, expert help like Trivera's, it is something you can fight back against. Please do download this deep dive, subscribe if you haven't already, and maybe share this with colleagues, friends, anyone running a business website who needs to hear this. It could genuinely save them a lot of trouble.
Yeah, spread the word. It's important information. We'll be back soon with another fascinating deep dive, looking at the latest in the digital world.
Until then, stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay safe out there.
Take care, everyone.
Thanks for joining us on Trivera's AI Deep Dive with Chip and Nova. If you enjoyed this episode, you can find more and stay up to date with new episodes wherever you listen to podcasts, or find them on our website and our social media channels. And don't forget to visit us at Trivera.com to learn how we can help take your marketing to the next level. Ready to talk? Reach out. We'd love to hear from you. See you next time.